Hey everyone, let's go fishing. I got to the lake just a little bit before 11 a.m. on Saturday, and I really wanted to throw this bait here. This is the new Berkley Chop Block, and I had a little experience with it from fishing it at Canisius a few weeks ago, and they really liked this bait. I caught a couple of nice smallmouths on it. And the thing about this bait is they seem to really annihilate it, like they're angry at it. I had a northern pike up at Canisius hit the bait so hard that the rod came out of my hand. I had to reach out and catch the handle of the rod to get so that I didn't lose the rod. That's how hard that northern pike hit. And the smallmouths were smashing it as well when that bite was on. The bite's not always on like that, but when it is, boy, they really seem to eat it hard. And so I chose to fish on Saturday because of the weather patterns we were having. A couple weeks ago, the weather started getting colder, and from what I understand, there was a real hot bite down at my home lake. But that bite kind of shut down a little bit. The guys that I talked to on Saturday, no one seemed to do any real good. I had one of the better days, I think, out of the people I talked with. And I didn't do great, but I didn't have a bad day either. Anyway, the weather has taken a turn where we had a lot of cold nights. That we had a week or two where the temperatures really never got out of the 40s for the highs. And so that water dropped real quickly. When I got out on the lake, it was 51.4 degrees. That's not a terrible temperature, but I think it went from mid-60s to that very, very fast. And sometimes that'll shock the fish a little bit, and they start to move around a little. So I started out throwing this chop block, but they didn't seem to want it. So what I did after about an hour of throwing that, I switched over to a lipless crankbait. This is the Strike King Red Eye Shad, and this is a gold with black back. For whatever reason, at my home lake, I've done well with this color, especially when there's a low light, not a real sunny day or kind of a cloudier day. This color seems to do well down there. And I started by throwing it out there and just retrieving it erratically, horizontally. Didn't get anything doing that. So then I started jigging it like you would a jig, just letting it go to the bottom and ripping it out of the weeds and just letting it fall back down. And I did get bit doing that. Okay, he came off, but the largemouth ate the lipless crank. Boy, something looked like it was wrong with him. He's all spotted and everything. Maybe good that I'm not touching him. All right, well, that's a fish. So. Yeah, good thing. Well, soon after I caught that fish, it was time for me to have some lunch. And while I was eating, I was waiting for my brother Martin to join me. He came down, we picked him up on the boat, and he came out and we started fishing together. And it wasn't long after that he was throwing a little Rapala crankbait and he caught a yellow perch. And you know, there hasn't been a lot of yellow perch in recent years at Knox, but they're on the increase now in the last few years. I had one chasing my lipless crankbait on the same day, and he caught that, and I'm seeing and hearing more and more yellow perch being caught there. It just shows there's a great diversity of fish in that lake. It's a lake in Bucks County in Pennsylvania, and it is just one of the best lakes. It may be the best big bass lake in Pennsylvania. I kind of think that it is. Good lake for sure. So after Martin caught that perch, I was just trying to figure out what to do and how to catch these fish. And I had 6 rods rigged up. As you know, I had this 6-inch chop block. I also had an 8-inch chop block, but I never threw it because I just didn't feel that the conditions warranted it. So I stuck, when I did throw the chop block, I stuck with the little one. And hang in there because I did get my opportunities with the chop block. So you'll see that coming up soon. I had the lipless crankbait. I had a little bitsy bug finesse jig. I never did throw the bitsy bug. Probably should have, but I never got around to it. I had a swim jig that I threw around some, but didn't get bit on it. And I had a 5-inch hula grub that I had rigged on a 1/2 ounce stone jig. I just tore the skirt off and put the 5-inch hula grub in on it the way it was. And this time of year, the bass start to transition. They're moving out of the weeds that are dying. They'll remain wherever the last good green weeds are. And usually those are inside turns, protected from the wind. But they're also looking for hard bottom. And so there was a hard bottom point with a good stone rock on it. And I started throwing the jig. And it wasn't long before I caught a nice one on it.
Should be a bass.
Probably is. Good one.
Come on in here. I kind of thought we were going to have to throw the jig.
Yeah, they're not super aggressive.
No.
How deep was that?
I'd say about between 8 and 12 feet.
Oh,
I landed further out than that, and I was just hopping it down, and he got on it. It's real rocky, just like the bank. It's all those small stones. They like that this time of year.
Well, after I caught that one on the jig, we noticed that it got darker out and the wind started blowing a little and it started to drizzle a little bit. All the kinds of things that I would think might make this chop block bite better. So I went back to the chop block and started throwing it along the weed line, and this happened.
I think it's a pretty good one.
some boils.
Grab the glide bait. There you go. Not giant, but he's not bad.
Like the other one.
A little bit bigger, I think. Yeah, oh yeah, he's bigger. Yeah, he's bigger.
Ain't that new one?
Yeah, he's a better one.
Oh yeah. Oh, look at his tail's messed up.
False spawn.
It should be the bottom of the tail, not the top.
It's weird.
That's weird.
I thought they might eat this little good boy. Berkley Chop Block. He chopped it.
Yeah.
They got the lipstick. Cold weather's giving them the red lips already. All right. I'll take that.
Well, after I caught that bass, I had to keep throwing the chop block. We just went to different areas of the lake, tried to repeat what we were doing. The weather kind of cleared up a little bit. It got lighter again, but I was able to get one near the end of the day, a smaller bass on the chop block along another weed line.
So you get like 50,000 views on that video. What's your next highest viewed one? Do you know?
Oh, I got one that's good fish. That's probably close to 100. One of the first early ones I made.
Oh, okay.
Is that big?
Large
Feel
mouth.
big. Little. Trying to get himself a big
Wow.
meal.
Yeah, one last one before the bad weather comes in. Over by those weeds.
Yeah, he was on the weed line. That's probably what was. This is the size of the fish that's probably chasing that bait against the bank.
Yeah.
So this bait is a very exciting bait to fish. If you'd like to see me do a video just on the chop block, please let me know in the comments, because I would love to do that video. I want to make sure there's enough interest in it. If there is, I'll do the video. I will be fishing with this again. It is a very impressive bait, and I'd love to talk more about it. So let me know if you'd like to see that in the comments. And if you'd like to see a video about lipless crankbait fishing, take a look at this one right here. Till next time, be safe out there. Hope to see you on the water. This is Den Haring for Fish Den 365. As always, may God bless your fishing endeavors.